Hi and welcome back to Kaiser Small Engine Repair. Today we have another product review to do from Hipa 360. We're going to install this new carburetor on this Troy Bilt 6.75. So with all being said, let's get into it, guys. First thing you'll need to do is remove your air filter base 5/16. Make sure you put a new air filter in. Up next, you're going to remove the 3 5/16 bolts. Remove the air filter plate from the carburetor. Up next, we're going to take the blower shroud casing off the top. Four-way screwdriver, guys. They are 2 of these bolts to remove, or screws, 1 on either side. And this simply lifts off. A 1/4 inch drive to remove the auto choke from the base of the carburetor. Next, there is 2 3/8 bolts to remove that hooks the carburetor to the intake. First off, let's remove this fuel clamp and remove the fuel line from the carburetor. Just find a place to stick this up. Remove the old carburetor. Now let's take a comparison of the new carburetor from Hipa compared to the Briggs OEM. Here is the new carburetor from Hipa. Looks very good, very well built. Here is the OEM carburetor from Briggs. They are identical, guys. Now, alrighty, up next, we're going to install the new carburetor to the machine. Remove the old O-ring, guys, that's on this intake. Be sure to replace it with a new O-ring which comes in the kit from Hipa. Place it around the intake tube. Get your new carburetor. Hook back up the throttle linkage. place the carburetor back up on the manifold, replace the 2 3/8 bolts, okay. Up next, we will reinstall our auto choke. Do not tighten these too tight, guys, because they will strip out. That is aluminum that you're screwing back into there. Alrighty. Next up, we are going to replace the fuel line on this machine. I'm going to go ahead and tilt the gas tank up because I am going to put a new starter recoil in this machine. Rope 5/16, guys. There's 3 of them. One there, one there, and one there. Simply tilt the gas tank back out of the way. I know that the dipstick comes out with the recoil when you remove it, but I'm going to leave it in here. Alright, guys. We had video difficulties there for a second, had to pause. I've already installed the new fuel line onto the gas tank. The next thing we're going to do is take off this recoil housing and put a new pull rope into this machine. There is 4 3/8 bolts to remove. Then the recoil housing just lifts off of the machine. Alrighty, Mr. Cameraman, can you rotate your camera around a little bit? Alright, to install this new recoil rope, we're going to pull the old rope all the way out to the end. Take a screwdriver and stick it through just to hold that. Grab the old recoil rope pull it out, take some cutters, and cut the end of that off. Remove the pull cord from the assembly. And now we are going to remove the rope from the handle. Be a little stubborn on us. Alrighty, there it comes. It's starting. Now we have our old rope out. We will grab our new rope, burn the end of it with a cigarette lighter, just to put a point on it. Then we're going to feed it back through. We're going to sneaky snake it back through the hole right there. We're going to pull it through. We're going to tie a knot. Guys, a lot of people does this a lot of different ways. Some people tie a figure 8. I don't. I take 2 fingers, wrap the string around, bring it through, bring it back through again, bring it back through again. Grab a hold of the end of that rope, pull that knot up. And pull it tight. It locks that in there. It will not slip and come back out. Simply cut off the end of the tail. Melt this with the lighter. Let it burn down to the knot, then put it out. See that, guys? That is what that should look like when you have it done. Pull the rope back through. Then we will take our rope, feed it through our handle. Again, we will repeat the same process. 2 fingers. Wrap it around, bring it through, bring it through. You want to bring it through 3 times, guys, when you're doing this. And bring it through. That's the 3rd time. Pull it back up. Pull that knot tight. Trim off the tail. Again, take your lighter. Let it burn down to the knot. Put it out. Pull it back through your handle. remove your holding device. Let it suck that rope back in. Now we have a perfectly good recoil. Now we will restyle this back to the machine. Replace our 4 3/8 bolts that came out. Tighten them back down. Now we will put the gas tank back on. After we put our screw back in our dipstick. This back down, and we will now install the 3 screws to that as well. Attach our new fuel hose to our carburetor. Now some of you may ask, what is the other 2 clamps for? Guys, we are going to put an inline fuel filter on this machine just to make sure that we keep any debris that we can out of this carburetor. Going to just clip the fuel line in 2. Like so. Place the fuel filter in there. Actually, I believe we can have the fuel line a little shorter. little bit. Like that. Then we will slide our clamps up on the fuel filter. Alright. Up next, we will reinstall our filter base. Make sure you get your crankcase breather tube hooked back up. Now we are going to reinstall our new air filter. Reinstall. Guys, we're going to throw a new spark plug in this thing and we'll meet you outside for a fire up. Alright guys, we're back to do the initial fire up on this Troy Bilt 6.75 that we put the carburetor on, that Hipa sent us. So let's see how this thing's going to do. Initial fire up. Here we go. Hipa's done it again, guys. Well, what y'all waiting for? Get on over to Hipa, www.hipa360.com. Pick you up one of these fine carburetors for your machine. Until next time, this is Kaiser from Kaiser Small Engine Repair. Always remember, count on me to keep your blades turning.